This is Baron Secure from Hawaii 24/7. What's the status on the HELCO pole that's in the lava?
Yeah, Baron, that pole is still intact, still energized and connected to the system. The pole temperature readings that HELCO has been getting, and RIA could probably have the latest information, but it is intact. Maybe I'd like to allow RIA the opportunity to comment on the pole.
We are continuing to monitor the temperature of the pole, inside the pole, and it remains at a reasonable level. So we're doing that on a frequent basis. The pole, as Daryl said, is still intact. It's still standing. That line is energized.
I'm trying to understand on a basic level, what the concerns are with the electric poles. Sorry, it seems a dumb question, but how much of a risk is there of power outages, and where and how widespread could these power outages be?
I assume that question is for me, Ria from Hawaii Electric Light.
Okay.
Well, we have some critical transmission lines that are in the path of the lava that serve the communities of Puna. Is also tied to our island-wide grid, as well as distribution lines that serve the customers in the area. So obviously, if those poles are damaged and we cannot operate our power grid, it will result in power outages for the community there. So we are working hard to maintain the our system, so that we can continue to serve the customers in the area.
How can you protect the poles? It's my understanding that this lava is so hot that it basically incinerates everything it touches, but you're trying to insulate the poles. How does that work exactly?
What we have done is we've worked through a lot of different kinds of designs. We've used our internal experts who understand the properties of wooden poles, how they react, the construction and process that we need to use to keep them intact. And we've worked collaboratively with our partners at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, a professor of geology there, as well as some geologists at the USGS Hawaii Volcanoes Observatory. And we've been working with them to understand what lava does, how it will react, so that we could come up with a design to protect our poles. And through many iterations, we've also received suggestions from others from the community, as well as students from a local school here, Haas, on their ideas and their concepts as well. But we have come up with a design where we protect the pole from the extreme heat of the lava, and that we are hopeful, we were very hopeful that the design would work to keep that real hot lava heat away from the wood pole, so the wood pole would not burn. Now, several days out since the lava has surrounded one of our transmission poles, we found that that design is not perfect, that the pole itself was starting to burn at the base, we suspect at the base, and has dropped about 10 feet down. So we took measures to cool off the pole by putting a lot of water into the cinder and around the pole, and that has cooled the pole down, so it's stopped dropping. The pole remains intact. It's standing upright. The lines are still in service. And then, I know this is a real long answer, but essentially it's the design is essentially, as Daryl described earlier, where we took a reflective thermal insulation type of material, wrapped the pole with that. We then built a cage around the pole that included drywall pipe, which is concrete, and we used horse wires, or like a very heavy-duty wire mesh above that, and then we filled that up with cinder, which does not conduct the heat very well. It's more as a heat dispersant, if you will.
Great. Great, thanks very much. I really appreciate that. Just one last question. How many poles, is it just the one pole that's engulfed in lava? And if so, how many poles are threatened with being engulfed?
Oh, that's correct. It's just the one pole that has been surrounded by lava. We have another pole that may be in the path of that finger that is above a street.